Hi, welcome back to Talk of the Town. Author Jim Jordan stops by the show today to introduce his two historical novels, Savannah Gray, A Tale of Antebellum Georgia, and Penny Savannah, A Tale of Civil War Georgia. Jim, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Glad to have you. What prompted you to become an author?
Well, I moved down to South Carolina 22 years ago to get some sunshine and play some great golf. Sunshine worked out well. Great golf, not so well. I got frustrated and I needed something else to do with my time. So I always liked history and I became a tour guide in Savannah. When I wasn't giving tours, I was in the Georgia Historical Society reading. And I just became fascinated with all the stories about the town and the area and the Old South. And I thought writing a book and telling these stories would be an interesting project, and I took a swipe at it. I came out with Savannah Gray. That was about 10 years ago.
Wow. And so tell us a little bit about your books then. You also have a second book.
Yes, Savannah Gray is about two boys growing up as best friends on a plantation, a brick plantation near Savannah, Georgia, during this 30 years leading up to the Civil War. And Joseph McBain is wealthy and white, and Andrew is an orphan slave. Andrew gets an education by sitting at Joseph's side as he does his daily homework lessons. Andrew grows up to be a first-class Mason, and Joseph's father frees Andrew, gives him his freedom. Andrew, with Joseph as a cover, then pursues his dream, which is to become a first-class architect in a slave society against all odds.
Wow.
Penny Savannah is a sequel to Savannah Gray, and they're both historical fiction. Penny Savannah is about the same family trying to survive the Civil War. And their slaves are trying to survive as well, but survival to a slave is different than survival to a white person. In any case, Savannah gets strangled early on in the Civil War when the Yankees take control of Hilton Head. And so the McBain family has to survive the fear of a Yankee attack, as well as a group of outlaws that want to take their money. The McBains are just about to succumb to the outlaws when they're saved by their own enslaved workers and a mysterious young woman who holds the family together during the Civil War. However, they all have to face Sherman's army and his famous March to the Sea.
It seems very daunting, and I would imagine writing historical fiction is probably not very easy.
No, it takes a lot of work. I spend about a year researching the period that I want covered in the book. And I look for eye-opening, counterintuitive, long-forgotten events.
Right.
But I also research the social customs and norms and nuances of the time, how they talked, how they played, how they worked, how they dined, how they dressed, all of the things that bring a scene and the characters to life.
Right.
Once I do that, again, it takes about a year, then it's not this easy, but I put all the historical events in chronological order, and then I write the story, having the characters' lives intersect those historical events. But the research never stops. As I write each scene, I have to dig deeper until I'm confident that I have it right, until I'm confident that I can bring the reader in so they feel that they're bystanders in the scene and not on a couch reading a book.
Right. That is a lot of work. So when's your next project?
Well, my next project, it depends. I'm going to take some time off to promote my books, but I also just finished a book on the illegal African slave trade, which is going to be published by the University of Georgia Press later this year. So probably after the summer, I'm going to make a decision whether to write a sequel to Penny Savannah or whether I'm going to continue writing nonfiction.
Understood. Can we find these locally?
Yes, Barnes & Noble carries Penny Savannah and Savannah Gray, and they're both available on Amazon.com in Kindle as well as paperback.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Enjoyed it.
Absolutely. And we'll be right back with Talk of the Town.